Nom 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 nom. Oi.
Hello everyone, my name is Paulina and I'm a knitaholic. Welcome to Tikva Hobbies, this channel about knitting. And actually I've been saying it for like 10 months now. Weird, isn't it? I still cannot believe that I've started a channel in February and it's January 2023 and we're talking about my knits in 2022 and plans for this year, 2023. I'll try not to bore you with the details, will not delve into the details, only say the most interesting stuff, my opinion on the knitted garments and stuff like that. Only one garment actually, and other accessories that I worked on in 2022. First, I'd like to ask you to like this video because I know that some of you don't. And if you don't, please put a like. If you haven't yet, it takes a second, it makes me thrilled, and you can always press it again if you change your mind. So please do it. I'll appreciate it, and it helps to promote this channel, and as I've already said, makes me happy when I see those likes. So please do it. And also, when you use my tutorials, please hashtag me, or at least tag me on Instagram, Tikva Hobbies. I'll be able to see them, and it makes me also really excited to read your posts and see your photos. So please don't forget to do that. So, to the needs of 2023. Actually, I started the channel in 2022 in February, and of course, I did knit something in January, and I worked on 2 pairs of mittens. I have never shown them on the channel. Oh, I haven't shown them on the channel. Actually, it's my self-published pattern. And before the channel, I had uploaded 3 patterns on Ravelry, and some people even bought them a few times. So made me really excited, but you know, PayPal is not working in Russia currently. We're not talking about politics here, it's neutral zone. So I can neither buy patterns on Ravelry nor sell them, so these do exist on Ravelry but are not available for sale. Still, you could add them to your favorites, and if they ever get available, you'll be the first to know about that. I'll notify everyone. So these are Drops Baby Merino, the outer part, and the lining is Drops Alpaca. The blue ones have this cute yogurty blueberry color, like blueberry yogurt. Yummy. And the pink ones, magenta I would rather say, have acid pink. Look at this, baby. Love it. So feminine, so nice, and so warm. These are the best in sub-zero temperature because like a week ago we had minus 15, like 15 degrees Celsius below zero, and these really kept my hands warm. So actually the blue pair I finished at the beginning of January previous year, and the pink one, the magenta one, was a bit later. Oh, looks like I need to fix one stuff. You know, sometimes you just one stitch gets loose. I can fix it, no problem. I usually wear the blue ones with this blue scarf. Also my pattern on Ravelry, which is not available anymore, sadly, but still I like these diamonds and triangles. So I usually pair it with this scarf. Just, I guess it's interesting how we pair things. And this light blue hat, which is darker shade on the inside, really cute together and really warm. And the magenta mittens I pair with these hats, either yellow or pink. very bright, improves my mood definitely, especially in winter when quite often it's not sunny and the sky is overcast, and you know what our mood could be in this weather, at least mine is, sadly. So bright colors, this is like color therapy for me. I wear bright colors to improve my mood. So the mittens were first. Next I worked on, let me see, I guess it was the first tutorial on the channel. Yeah, that was the shawl. That was the shawl made of yarnart, sorry, not Alize, yarnart flowers. It's a right square shawl. Okay, should probably. It was just in a bag, lying like this, in a, how to say, in a special container I've got for all my hats and shawls and stuff. So it's just out of it. I haven't ironed it or anything, so looks like this. Gradient colors, I've got, it's the first tutorial on the channel if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the link, I'll put all the links in the description below the video, as well as timestamps, so if you're not interested in some of the stuff you can skip it. I suppose that I quite often do it as well myself. So the shawl, right angle shawl with holes and stripes of seed stitch. Really easy to make, in my opinion. Nothing difficult about it, you just follow the pattern. I've got the written version on Ravelry, it's free, and the video on my channel. Gradient colors always makes me happy. I'm always excited when the color gradient changes and you're like knitting, and oops, oh, another color, a new one. It makes it not that boring, especially if it's stockinette, and there is quite a lot of stockinette here. Well, that's why I had to, and not exactly had to, that's why I added those stripes. So the shawl was the second project, and actually I'm so happy with how many people have watched the tutorial, and people do tag me on Instagram, and this is cool. So thank you guys for all the support. I do occasionally check Ravelry page of the shawl and see all your projects. Keep up the good job, the good work, so cool. So the shawl. What was next? Let me see. I guess then was the tutorial on these headphones, these ear pads. These are my old headphones, which I used for work. I work as an online tutor. If I have never mentioned this before, I guess I might not have mentioned this. Well, I do teach English to students, adults, and so on. So I use headphones for my job, for my work, and these are quite old, and I had to change these soft pads that come with them, with headphones. Took me, I guess, an hour to make and an hour to edit, and it's one of the most popular tutorials on the channel. Wow, man, I was surprised. Was I surprised? Really. My husband uses them now when we play video games and use audio connection, so really handy and cute, aren't they? At least the central part, it has a bit of lacy pattern to it. Really cute and practical. I do love things to be not only beautiful but also practical, that you could either use them or wear them or whatever. So that was the headphones tutorial, then headphone earpads, right? What was next? Oh, then I guess was the sweater. And actually it's probably the first raglan sweater that I'm mostly satisfied with. Here it is. Oops. Okay, don't fall. Here it is. It's got stripes. It's knitted with drops air. Sorry, not drops alpaca. It has got a lot of alpaca in it. It's alpaca plus polyamide cord. So alpaca is stuffed into that cord, and I'm really happy with the fit, with how long the sleeves are. They're a little bit longer, come to this part of the hand, and it's so comfy, you cannot imagine, and it's actually very light. The whole sweater is rather light. I'll put the link to 1 or 2 videos where I spoke about this on the project and the final result. I will not dwell on it. The only thing I would have changed is started the blue stripe a little bit lower. Yeah, then there would be no distortion in the neck area. I like all the finishing, the needle bind off here, how I join the neck. You might see it. I hope the camera on my phone focuses on it. I do hope. Cannot check, sadly. I like the finishing on the sleeves and the bottom part, well, and I put it on only when it's really cold outside, because at home it's warm. You can see I'm wearing a t-shirt, and usually I prefer not to wear alpaca out of doors because I can get sweaty. Well, to be honest, but when it's below 0, like maybe 15 degrees Celsius, just like with the mittens, it saves me. It saves me from getting cold, and it's so cozy. My goodness, it's so good. Then, what did I do in summer? What did I do in summer? I worked on the bed cover, but about the bed cover I'll say a bit later, because I finished it. I finally finished it. So then was this motif shawl, something like granny square, a variation of it. Gradient yarn, again it's yarn art flowers. The gradient, the tutorial is on the channel. I guess I haven't uploaded anything on Ravelry, it's only on the channel, so if you like it, make sure to check the link below the video. It consists of square motifs along with a few triangular ones to finish the edges, and it's great. Actually, I crocheted it in autumn, but I guess it's more of a spring knit because of the colors, and it's cotton plus acrylic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it should be something like 50-50, and it's great in spring, so I'm gonna wear it again not pretty soon, but sometime soon in spring. Love the colors. Green is one of my favorites. I'm a fan of blue, especially rich darker shades, or something like turquoise with a bit of green, and maybe this swamp green, like moss green. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And so blue and green are my favorite colors. Okay, but I digress. What came next? Then there was Halloween tutorial on the pumpkins, this tea coasters, right? I've got 2. Okay, that's why I'm using it. So that's because I'm using them. One is always on my desk, and the second one is on my husband's desk. And to put mugs with tea on these mugs, not cups, because I drink quite a lot of tea. Just a little cup, oh, it's not enough. It's not enough to keep me warm. So sometimes when I look at them, they remind me of onions, but not of pumpkins. But it's the closest I could get to the shape. And I don't often work with such interior stuff, so that was my experiment. Still, I've seen people watch it, and again, please tag me when you work on these tutorials, because I'm so eager to see your results. So please let me know if you work on this. Practical, again, I love my stuff to be practical. So what came next? A pair of socks for myself, because I guess I have knitted like 3 pairs of socks this color. It's Alize Superwash, and this very red color, like for my husband, for his grandpa, for a friend, and I really wanted a pair of this bright red for myself to wear inside boots. So these are pretty basic bottom-up stockinette, nothing special about them. 2x2 ribbon here at the cuff, and they're very cozy. And the only thing I do regret a bit is now I probably would like them to be a little bit narrower, because they're rather wide, but I could wear some cotton socks underneath if I need some extra warmth. So I don't mind. I wear them, and I'm not going to undo them, unravel them. Everything's fine. It's just that it's probably because I was working on the bed cover at the same time, and it's crochet knitting. Maybe my gauge got a bit lax, and I noticed it when I was doing Christmas and New Year knitting for my in-laws, mother-in-law and father-in-law. I knitted a pair of socks for each of them. I'll put the photo here because of course I've already presented them with those socks, and I noticed that my gauge tended to change now and again, and I'm so not used to this, especially with socks. I usually know how many stitches I need to cast on, especially when I'm working on the socks for myself. And for my mother-in-law, our feet are approximately the same length and size and everything. It was weird how my gauge changed. Maybe that's because I was working on the huge crocheted bed cover and don't know, got out of habit of working on small needles. Don't know, honestly. Still quite practical stuff again. What was next? Next was Christmas tutorials, and I tried to do this at least some time beforehand. I hope that you guys loved this beautiful hat, Christmas hat. It's so fluffy. It's got I used some Chinese yarn for that, which is widely available here, but you could use any yarn which has angora or mohair. Check out the tutorial. I've got all the information there. It's so fluffy, and I wore it probably a week before New Year and a week after, because here we celebrate New Year, I guess, even more than Christmas, because our Christmas is on the 7th of January. It's 2 weeks. There is 2 week difference in the calendar when the calendar was changed. So I started wearing it before New Year and kept on wearing it after New Year. It made me so happy, and to feel the Christmas and New Year spirit, feel Christmassy, and making passers-by smile. So quite a lovely thing. Finally, I've got a real Christmas hat, not this felted or synthetic cheap stuff you can buy in stores or supermarkets. So I was really excited. It makes me make some weird sounds, as you might have already noticed. Then I tried working on a Christmas bauble for a Christmas tree. I've never crocheted a round shape before, a sphere. So basically first you increase, then you work flat, and then you keep on decreasing. You need to spread the increases and decreases in such a way that they are not visible. The only thing that makes me a little bit unhappy with it is the beginning of the round. I couldn't think of any way to change it. Still, the tutorial is on the channel. You can check this out and try it. Maybe for next year decorations. I've also bought some other colors to try and make it something like stranded knitting, like fair isle knitting, but with crocheting. Basically, I'm gonna use the same pattern that is used in fair isle in knitting, but do it in crochet. Why not? The only thing I need to figure out is how to start the round without any just jog between the rounds, because I don't really like it. But anyway, when you put it on the Christmas tree, it's not visible. It's the back part, the back side of the sphere, yeah? Like the dark side of the moon. So it's not visible. So check this out and maybe work on it for next Christmas. I'll try to think of that, think about that fair isle idea and maybe toy with it this year. Okay, so that's another Christmas tutorial, and we're coming to the final project. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It's really heavy. I have not counted how many balls of yarn I put in it, but my goodness, it is heavy. So it's, will you excuse me if I do not like spread it, because my arm span is not enough for that. I'll just show it like this. Actually, it's put like this on the bed. So the bed cover is finally ready. It's, oh, looks like I shifted the camera a little bit. So I lost my thought. So it's so large. It's 2 meters 10 by 2 meters approximately. And I finished it on the 4th of January. I really wanted to finish it in December, but working on the socks and stuff, I had no time. And you know how hectic this time before Christmas and New Year could be, looking for presents and stuff like that. So no time, but I finished it over the holidays and washed it, and I'm already using it. Before the video, I took it from my bedroom. The only thing I have not done yet is I haven't trimmed the tassels on the sides. Here, let me show you. Well, they're approximately the same length, but not ideally. So I might spend maybe half an hour on trimming them to make them ideal. Well, as ideal as it could be. I had to actually, let me tell you a secret, I had to pick the stitches. I was working this way, bottom up, but in the end I had to pick the stitches at the start to make another stripe and to make the same stripe on the other side to make it the ideal length. So it turned out a little bit shorter than I preferred, so I worked on another stripe at the bottom. So finally ready, yoo-hoo! It's the biggest project I've worked on so far, and I guess I'll probably never work on such a big project in size. I might work on some minute stuff like which requires, not minute, I mean stuff which requires a lot of effort, but not this size, definitely. No way. Besides, yeah, my hands get a little bit, well, they hurt when you work with a large size crochet hook. So those were the projects I finished in 2022, and now to the plans. A lot of knitters make videos like Make 9 in 2023 and show their projects, patterns that they're going to use. I will not do it because, first of all, as I've already said, I have no access to Ravelry pattern library. I cannot buy anything at the moment, even if I really wish to, sadly. So I might look for some free patterns, or which I tend to do is to support our local pattern writers which write patterns in Russian, because I have quite a large selection of sock patterns, and I guess that this year I'm going to knit quite a lot of pairs of socks. Some will be plain stockinette, some will have some intricate patterns, because I have quite a large selection of patterns bought, and would like to make them come true and wear them and present them and so on. That's the first thing. Then, of course, I'm going to work on the tutorials for the channel, at least the holiday related ones. If you guys let me know, at least write your ideas in the comments, I could think of some other stuff to do, but for now I'll focus on the holiday related tutorials, and the closest holiday coming is the St. Valentine's Day. Yeah, St. Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna show you what I'm working on. It's also mosaic crochet, and it will be a pillowcase which has these cute hearts. I'm using the yarn left over from the bed cover crocheting. That's why the hearts are not bright red, but this magenta colors. But you could actually, I could easily see instead of white some darker shade and bright hearts. They could be gradient colored yarn, variegated yarn, so whichever pleases you. Could be, I don't know, some unicorn gradient for girls. Well, if you have daughters who are in this stage when they like unicorns, ponies, you could choose something like that. So it could be not only Valentine's Day related, but also to decorate a girl's bedroom. If I were a little girl, I would die for such a pillowcase, maybe. So I'm half through the part of it, so it's like 25%, 25% complete. Weaving the tails as I go, so after washing I'll just trim them. So that's how it's going. When I'm done with the first part, and if the size is all right and everything is fine, I'll make a tutorial on how to do it while crocheting the second half. Well, should come somewhere in January. We cannot tell you the date right now, but definitely by the end of January it should be on the channel, I hope. So that's concerning Valentine's Day. As for Easter and other holidays, coming holidays, I haven't yet made up my mind on what to do. You could help me in the comments, as I've already mentioned. So there will be tutorials. There will be sock knitting, there will be tutorials, and I would also like to knit more garments, because last year I knitted only one sweater, and I do feel the need to have a few waist length sweaters, because I'm into skirts now, and sweaters should finish somewhere at around my waist area to make my figure more proportional. So I'm going to work on that. And I've already cast on one seam. Let me open my project bag. The colors will be this dark gray and mustard yellow. Actually, there's no use showing you what I've casted on, because I'm going what I've knitted, because I'm going to unravel it because the pattern is not visible on the darker yarn. So I'll change and start with the yellow, the mustard yellow one. It will be a bomber jacket. I'm using a pattern, so it has like a regular bomber jacket. It has the striped cuffs and the collar and the bottom part. It has a diamond pattern on the body and striped pattern on the sleeves, but they're solid color, and it does really look like a sports bomber jacket, but it's knitted and it has buttons. So cute, actually. And I really want this thing in my wardrobe. I know that I'm gonna wear it. As soon as I'm done with the Valentine's Day tutorial, I'll proceed knitting that thing. I've ordered some more yarn because as I've said, I'll change the color combination. I need some more yarn. And of course, I couldn't resist and edit a couple, or at least one sock yarn ball. Well, knitaholics, yeah, we are. We are knitaholics and yarnaholics. That's so. So basically, as I've said, more sock knitting tutorials for the channel, a few, but if you give me ideas, I might think of some more. Sweater pattern reading, knitting, sweater knitting for myself, garments, and this is it. This is gonna be my 2023. I will not make any promises like I'll finish everything, these patterns by the end of the year, because I know it rarely comes true, at least in my case. So I do not want to have any definite plans. So let's keep it simple as it is. Thank you for watching. If you've watched it till the end, I assume it's quite a long video. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and support me, subscribe to the channel to get notified about the videos. Press the bell icon, especially if you want to get notified. So thank you for being with me all throughout 2023, and for the newcomers also, thank you for being with me. So see you in the next podcast, in the next video. Bye bye.